Okay, now our homework question 6. Which pizza flavor is the most popular? Cheese. Okay, quite clearly. The favorite pizza flavors of 30 students. So 12 of them, the favorite is cheese. So we expect cheese. What fraction of the students did not choose cheese as the favorite? 18. 18 is not a fraction. 3. Okay, so the fraction will be, how do you get 18? Oh, okay. So we are looking at these 5 students, these 8 and these 5, right? So 5 plus 8 plus 5, so that's 18. Out of total, how many? 30. 30. So the fraction will be divided by 6, 3 out of 5. Okay. Next, if someone wants to bring 2 pizzas to a class party, which 2 flavors should she bring? What do you all write? Cheese and seafood. Anybody different answer? Anybody got different answer? Sorry? Okay. So I hear that you all want to bring cheese and seafood. So what's the reason? The most popular one, is it? Okay. I wonder what is at do you all check the answer at the back? No, okay. Then we don't look at it yet. Does anybody have any other answers besides cheese and seafood? Yes, what is the answer? No flavor? No, there isn't no flavor. Okay, actually I was thinking, right? Probably I'll bring 2 cheese pizza. Can I bring cheese and cheese, can? Why cannot? Yeah, okay, yeah. Then after I realized that it says 2 flavors. So 2 flavors, I suppose they want 2 different flavors. So it would be cheese and seafood. But in a real life situation, I think I'll bring 2 cheese pizza since it is the favorite. Okay. So cheese and seafood. Reason, they are the most popular flavors. Okay, yeah, you can use the keywords that they use, which is they are the flavors with the highest number of students saying there is the favorite flavor. Okay, a bit longer. But you get the idea, it's logical, right? Everything is logical. Doesn't even feel like you're doing maths, right? Okay, so the next homework question was this. It was a challenge because I didn't teach you how to do this sort of question. But we see whether we can use some logic to attempt this. So this is known as a pictogram. Do we need to know the name? No, we don't have to. But I mean, you don't need to know the definition, but at least you know a pictogram sounds like the word picture. And we've got pictures over here to illustrate, to describe the data. So it shows the number of burgers sold at a cafe during lunchtime on Monday all the way down to Friday. And you need to look at the next line. It says key. The word key is like a legend in your map. It tells us how to interpret it. The picture shows burgers, but one burger in the picture doesn't refer to one real burger. You have to look at this. Oh, it says it represents 2 burgers. So that is what I need to be very careful with. Because if you don't look at the key, it looks like Monday they sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 burgers. Looks like they sold 5, but they didn't. They sold 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 burgers. Must look at the key. Okay, so which day was the least number of burgers sold? Just look at the diagram. Thursday, actually Thursday. The least the one with the fewest number of picture. Must be Wednesday. Okay, next one. How many burgers were sold from Monday to Friday? How do y'all do it? So did y'all count the number of pictures, or did y'all count the total number of burgers sold for each day? Total, huh? Okay, both ways are okay. You, in fact, I think you should do it this way. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 burgers in a Monday row, right? There are 5 pictures. Then you times 2. 5 times 2. Okay, so 5 times 2, we have 10. So you write down the number at the side. Later on, I'm sure you use it. Yes. The next one, Tuesday, we've got how many pictures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. So give us 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.5. Then half over here refers to 1 lah. Okay, so 8.5 gives us times 2, 17. Or you can count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Many ways of doing it. The next one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So we have all the numbers. How many burgers were sold? Total 10, 16, 8, 17, 13. This is 26, 34, 34, 64, correct? 64. So what percentage of the burgers were sold on Thursday? So percentage sold equals to 17 over 64 times 100%. Show me the value. $26.5625%. Round off 26.6%. Because they wanted 1 dp. So you will circle this and up arrow. Okay? Okay. Are there any questions? No? Okay, then we go back to our textbook. We see whether there's anything that we missed out for our pictogram. Okay, now we have different diagrams that can help us for our data. In the frequency table. So remember, the frequency table was a lot of us counting and doing the tally, count. Then a lot of repeated work. So and it's sometimes difficult for us to visualize what it's supposed to be like. So different diagrams will help us analyze and interpret the data. The first one is our pictogram, which you have covered in primary school, yes? You need to know the advantages and the disadvantages also. So the next type will be your bar graph. Bar graph, just reading the values horizontally. Called bar graph because they look at bars. Then we have our line graphs. So line graphs showing a trend. And we have pie chart. Pie chart, which will show a complete circle. Oh, by the way, how many degrees in one whole circle? 360. Okay, so all of them have to end up with 360 degrees. So in the first one, pictogram, we use pictures to show the data. There's a key, and for example, over here we have number of rainy days in a particular year for different places. So which country looking at the diagram only, which country has the most number of rainy days in a year? Singapore, because it has the most water droplets, right? Then each water droplet represents 20 days. What does this half of a water droplet represent? How many? Why 19? 10? Okay, so because one full droplet 20 days, then half a droplet will be 10 days. Okay? What if I have to represent? I mean, is it realistic that London has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 160 days. Singapore has 170 days. Then 160 days, 40 days. 4, 8, 12. Then this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 140 days. Really? So such a coincidence. All the number of rainy days, they all end with a 0. Is it realistic? Is it realistic? No, right? We expect the number of days to probably end with a number other than 0 also, right? Cannot be all the places end with a 0, ma. Some places will be like 11 days, 13 days, 28 days. Then how are you going to represent it over here? Okay, so that's one problem with pictograph. If we are expecting numbers like 11, 13, 15, and how? Then we cannot say, oh, one water droplet represents 20 days, then I cut a bit more of the water droplet. We cannot do that. Okay, so that's one disadvantage. So anyway, this is us trying to find out what does half a water droplet represent, what does 2 water droplets represents once you have the key. So this part is the theory you need to know, because sometimes you are expected to write what are the advantages and disadvantages of pictogram. So advantage will be the good point, the benefits, the plus points. Very attractive. You see already, you feel that it looks nicer because of picture. Okay, then it is easy to tell which one has the highest, which one is the lowest. But it is difficult to represent some numbers. These are the disadvantage. As I mentioned, difficult to draw a picture to represent 16 days. If one water droplet is for 20 days, then half a water droplet is for 10 days. Then what if you have the case of 16 days? You cannot divide it further. It may not be accurate anymore. And then partial pictures are difficult to read. Sometimes when you have half a water droplet, it's not very difficult, but it takes a bit more effort. So these are the disadvantages. So let us try. I think we can skip work example number 3. Let's do try 3. Number of pencils sold. Okay, try it now. Remember, my tip for you is write down the number of items for each category. So for example, week 1, each pencil here, each picture represents 4 pencils, right? So on the top, you write 8 straight away, because most likely we're going to use the information anyway. So start counting, start multiplying. Okay, now week 2, how many pencils were sold in week 2? 32, 40. Okay, I didn't check. I assume that you guys are all correct. So how many pencils were sold in week 4? How many more were sold in week 2 than in week 5? Week 2 versus week 5. 32, 16. Let me get 16 again. What percentage was sold in week 3? Okay, what is the total? How many? 116? 160. A 60 only, man. No, cannot be 60. How many? 40, 80, 98, 108, 114. You get 114? Was sold in week 3 on times 100%. 40, 114. 35.0877%. 35 point. Which one should I circle? 8. And up 1%. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so now we go back to our. I think there are more questions in our workbook for our pictograms. Yeah, over here. So we do the second pictogram question first. Ganesh. Score A, how many? $70. Down the line, in red. How many? Shabil? Jinxian? Which store sold the most number of cupcakes? Indra? Store C. How many cupcakes were sold in B? Sorry? How many? What is it? 55. And what percentage was sold at D? Show me your working. And pass the book over. What percentage was sold at D? So percentage sold be 40 out of total 245. Okay, thank you. That's right. Okay, so these are our pictograms. Let's move on to our bar graph from our textbook. Yes, textbook again, bar graph. Is it page 48? Okay, thank you. Page 48. So here, bar graph. The bars can be drawn vertically or horizontally. Please circle the word vertically. Page 48. Yes, what does vertically mean? Upright. Okay, so upright. Like standing up. Then we have horizontally. Okay, horizontally. How else can we say this? Lying down. Is that the best? Lying down. Lying down. Sideways. Okay, sideways. Okay, so you need to know this. Here we have the number of rainy days in each month from January to December. Looking at the bar graph, which month is the has the most number of rainy days? December. And which month has the least? Okay, good. So how many days was it raining in February? Oh yeah, 15. 1 plus 5. How you got 30? Why 15? Okay, next one. Yeah. Yes. What is how many days? How many raining days are there in February? 11. You all agree? 11? You didn't see the what? So this is 11, huh? What about in okay, yeah, in March, how many days? Yuri, how many days raining in March? How many? 14. Okay, I'll pause here first. Does it look like from the bar graph, right? March, the number of rainy days for March is a lot more than the number of rainy days for February. Does it look like it? It looks like how many times? Okay, I think you all mean 3 times more. Okay, but we say how many from the diagram? March, we say that it looks like it is. Actually, it looks like 4 times of February. Looks like 4 times of. Alternatively, you can say it looks like it is 3 times more. Understand the difference? 3 times more versus 4 times of. They mean the same thing. Okay, but it looks like only. Now, in reality, is it really the case? Is 14 really 4 times of 11? No, it's not. So what happened over here? Why? What happened over here? It looks like it is way more than February. But how come it is only 3 days only? Okay, so watch carefully. Look at the screen. Why is this so confusing? The reason is because your vertical axis started at 10. If you actually draw it properly, this is what it should look like with a 0 over here. You realize that? 0 at the bottom, then 10 in the middle, and 20 on top, which means all the graph, they were supposed to look like this. Can you see all the way down to 0? Okay, and I'm not going to draw the rest. I just want you to focus on February and March. And I'm going to highlight them for you so that it's a little easier to see. February, yellow color, and March, blue color. Now, does it look more correct? The yellow color has 11 days, whereas the light blue bar has 14 days. Does it look more reasonable now? It is just 3 more days. And it's just a little bit taller as compared to what you have in your textbook, where they exaggerated the difference. So this is the problem with bar graph. When you look at a bar graph, you must look at where it started from. In this case, it started at 10. If it doesn't start from 0, there will be a problem. If it starts from 0, then we can compare them better. If they don't start from 0 like this, then it will make us think that the difference between March and February is a big difference. But actually, it's just a small difference. Okay, that is due to the vertical value, the vertical axis, not starting from 0. So these are the advantages and some of the disadvantages that you can read by yourself. Let's look at one example. I think we can skip work example number 4. We just start doing try it 4. Okay, so they say use the bar graph to answer the following questions. Which estate uses the most amount of water daily per home? Okay, who do we stop just now? Yes. What is the answer for part A? Which estate uses the most amount of water daily per home? estate? Estate C. We are doing try it for now. Estate C. Now in part B, how many estates use less than 400 liters of water daily per home? Okay, Marilyn, your turn. How many estates use less than 400 liters daily? How many estates use less than 400 liters daily? Five? Okay, which are the five? You are right. Which are the five? A, B, D, E, F. Yes. There are five of them. Next, what fraction of the estates use less than 300 liters of water daily? Ryan, less than 300? Four out of six. Which are the four? A, B, D, and F. So 4 out of 6, 2 out of 3. So now we go on to workbook exercise 7B, question 2. It's question 3, sorry. Now we have horizontal bars. Horizontal bars. Try it yourself now.